Okay, we're on our first unit, problem solving with models. It's part of our daily life. In this unit, we'll use models and things to actually help us solve our daily problems. As you can see, we have 3 TEKS we're working on. 6.2c, solve single-step and multi-step word problems with whole numbers, including area and perimeter. 6.2d, estimate to approximate reasonable results. We'll be rounding numbers to the nearest dollar on that one. And 6.58, formulate equations from problems. We'll actually be reading our problems and coming up with the equations to solve them. Let's break this down. 6.2c, solve single-step and multi-step word problems with whole numbers, including area and perimeter. Single step meaning a one operation. Multi-step could mean that it could be 2 or more steps. Whole numbers. These are numbers that don't have decimals, percents, or fractions. We're going to get to our whole numbers by actually rounding up cents to dollars. We'll also be looking at area, which is length times width, and perimeter, which is adding up all the sides. All right, 6.2d, estimate to approximate reasonable results. We're going to start estimating by actually rounding dollars, and then when we look at that, we'll know if our answer is reasonable or not. So remember, we're looking at estimating, approximate, reasonable, that are fair, possible answers. All right, 6.5a, formulate equations from problems. Formulate means to develop, devise, or create, and equations are mathematical expressions or statements, like our answer statements we've been using when we're solving word problems. Here are our vocabulary: sum, difference, product, factors, quotient, divisor, dividend, and model representation. We'll be identifying those words during class time, and you can also do those as homework, part of your remembering and understanding steps. Now let's find out how we're going to see what we're working on. This is a rubric which you got in class today, so take a moment and take your rubric out, so as I talk to you about your rubric, you'll be able to look at it. I'll give you a moment. Okay. If you look at your rubric, you'll notice that it's broken down. In the top, it has your 3 TEKS. Then it talks about what you're going to remember and understand. This is typically homework. Okay, so remember, the remembering and understanding section is things you will do at home. Application and analysis will happen in class. Evaluate and create will happen in class. And then your mastery product will also happen in class. So I've identified the things that you need to do as homework as under the understand and remember category. Okay? So, using models to help solve problems, thinking blocks. We did an example of this in class today, so what you're going to want to do is look back at your notes. Remember how I told you to show me the proof of what you've done so that you can move on to application and analysis in class. I've also put the link for this to Math Playground on the website, on the CaptivatingTeacher.com website, so you can find it in several places. Remember to put this information of the proof of using your thinking blocks in your spiral. Remember, when I say spiral, you say home. I hope you said home. Spiral. You should have said home. Remember, you use your spiral at home to show the proof of doing your homework. This week's homework is going to be vocabulary and thinking blocks on the Math Playground. All right, remember again that application and analysis is where we show what we understand and remember. When you get to class, if you've done your thinking blocks and you have proof of doing work that night, or you have some vocabulary done, you'll be able to go straight to the apply and analyze part to the classroom and work on those activities. Remember, we all move as fast as our brains will let us. Here's an example of a problem that we're going to be working on in class. On Sunday, Vicki drove 344 miles. On Saturday, she drove twice as far as on Sunday. How far did Vicki drive both days? If Vicki continued this pattern every day for 2 weeks, what would her total mileage be? 4 weeks? What would her total mileage be 1 year? This is not homework. I repeat, this is not homework. you're going to do this in class. Here's another problem, livestock problem. You'll notice that this is on your rubric. So this is another assignment you're doing in class. How much was saved is on your rubric. This is another apply and analyze activity done in class. Just like this one. Where we're comparing prices at HEB if we're going grocery shopping. This is real world education. If you don't go grocery shopping, folks, you're not having suppy. All right, yes, another one, we're comparing prices. Yes, again, we're doing produce. And then when you've done those, apply and analyze activities in class, you'll get to go to the evaluate, where you'll do a 4-question quiz that shows me that you not only understand and remember, but you can apply and analyze your answers and making sure they're correct. Once that's complete. Okay, so we're at the create part of the rubric. You'll use all of the things you've learned, you can remember, you understand, all the strategy you used when application to create your own project, your own poster of a word problem with a model and solving. You'll use both sides of your brain, to your creative side and your analytical side, to show what you've learned in problem-solving models. This should take you a couple of days to do, and it should be a lot of fun, showing exactly what you know. Okay? Good luck creating.